Welcome to Rising Parent, your go-to podcast for navigating the beautiful chaos of family life. I'm your host, Tim, and I'm here to help you create a harmonious home environment. In this episode, we're tackling the delicate dance of sibling relationships. From the joys of newfound bonds to the inevitable squabbles, we've got you covered. We'll explore practical strategies for managing sibling rivalry, fostering understanding, and creating a positive atmosphere for your entire family. So, grab your favorite beverage and get ready for a heartwarming and insightful journey. Let's dive in!
Okay, so you're getting ready for this huge thing, right? Like welcoming a new baby into your family. And as you're planning, you're probably thinking about all the baby stuff, the clothes, the stroller. But how do you prep your older kid for this? I mean, it's normal to worry about them getting jealous, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a super common worry. But there's so much you can do to help everyone adjust.
That's exactly what we're looking at today. We've got a great blog post from Wrap Your Baby, super practical. And we've also got this insightful interview with a certified parent coach from Empowered Kids TV.
It's interesting they both talk about how important it is to involve your older child from the very beginning, even before the baby's here.
Really? So like during the pregnancy, can that really make a difference?
It can make a huge difference. Think about it. Taking them to appointments, letting them hear the baby's heartbeat, even just letting them help pick out baby clothes. All those little things help them feel included, like they're part of the journey, not just being told about it.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Huh?
It's like you're building anticipation, so it's not a sudden shock.
Hmm.
The blog post also mentioned giving the older kid like age-appropriate jobs. What did they suggest?
Oh, there were some good ones, like having them hand you a diaper during changes, or even just letting them pick out the baby's outfit for the day.
Oh, I like that.
Makes them feel important.
Yeah, like a helper, not an outsider.
Exactly.
That's really smart. And it kind of reminds me of another tip from the blog, getting your older kid their own baby doll. At first I was like, okay, cute, but does that really help with jealousy?
You know, it might seem kind of basic, but it really connects to how kids learn through playing. When they have a doll, especially if it has matching diapers and bottles and stuff, they can copy what you're doing and understand this whole new sibling thing better.
So it's not just about keeping them busy, it's letting them work through their feelings.
Yeah, and remember, while you're focused on the baby, your older one is watching everything, right? They want that same love and attention. It's just natural. The doll gives them a way to act out those needs in a way that's good for their age.
That makes a lot of sense. So we're setting the stage during pregnancy, getting them involved, giving them ways to process everything. But then what about when the baby actually arrives? What helps with that immediate transition? I mean, so much changes once you're actually home with a newborn, right? New routines and, well, potential for things to be kind of crazy.
Totally. And both of our sources, actually, they both talked about this idea that you shouldn't have a bunch of new rules for the older kid.
Really? This seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It does, right?
Like whispering, being quiet. Isn't that just how it is with a newborn?
It can be. But if you're not careful, it can cause some resentment from the older kid.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They might start to feel like everything's about the baby.
Yeah, like their fault the baby needs quiet. So what do you do instead of saying, shh, the baby's sleeping?
It's about getting them on board, making it a team thing.
Right.
Instead of a rule, you could say something like, hey, the baby needs to sleep so they can grow big and strong, just like you. Can you help me keep it quiet?
Ah, so it's like a shared responsibility, not just the older kid having to be quiet all the time.
Exactly. You could even let them pick a quiet activity to do while you're with the baby. That way they still feel included.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's about everyone adjusting, not just the older kid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of adjusting, both sources really emphasized how important one-on-one time is with the older child, even with how crazy those first few weeks are.
It's so important.
Scheduling that in seems tough, though.
It is a challenge. But honestly, even just 15 minutes a day where you just focus on them, no phone, no distractions.
It makes a huge difference.
It does. It reminds them that you still love them, even if you have to share your attention now.
It's that reassurance they need, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a chance for them to talk about their feelings, play how they want to.
Those little moments mean a lot. Everyone gets to relax a bit, too, which is needed in those early weeks. You know, when I first saw baby wearing on the list of tips, I was a little thrown off, I have to admit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I get how it's convenient and all, but I didn't quite connect it to, like, helping with jealousy and stuff. It just seemed, I don't know, kind of surface level. Like, yeah, baby wearing's convenient, but I didn't really see how it tied into, the whole sibling dynamic thing.
It's actually pretty interesting when you think about what's happening, like physically. When you wear your baby, they tend to be calmer, cry less, right?
Right.
And less crying means everyone's stress levels go down. That includes your older kid.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if the baby's happy, the whole vibe is calmer. Less chance of the older one acting out for attention.
Exactly. Plus, you've got your hands free. You can actually play with your older kid, be more engaged.
Makes a big difference.
It does. It's not like you're constantly going back and forth between them, trying to meet everyone's needs at once.
It's like this win-win for everyone. Babies calmer, older kids calmer, parents calmer.
Exactly.
Going through all these tips, it really hits home. How much of this is about us, the parents, managing our own stress?
Oh, absolutely.
And both sources talked about how important it is to be kind to yourself during this time.
It is. You're going through a huge change, lack of sleep, trying to figure out everyone's needs. It's okay to admit it's a lot.
The blog even said, like, it's okay if one kid cries for a minute while you're taking care of the other one.
Yeah.
It's not about being perfect. It's about finding some balance.
And honestly, looking at those moments as chances to learn and grow, for you and for your kids, each meltdown, each sleepless night, it's all building that resilience, that family bond.
It's about changing how you see things. Instead of getting lost in the chaos, finding those learning moments in the middle of it all.
Right. You move away from this scarcity mindset. Like there's only so much love and attention to go around.
Right.
And you start to see the abundance of it all, this new chapter.
I love that. So as we finish up here, here's a thought for you to consider. What if, instead of just trying to avoid sibling rivalry, we see this as a chance to build a strong relationship between them right from the start?
What a great way to think about it.
It's shifting from competition to, teamwork, from jealousy to empathy.
Yeah.
We can show them what kindness looks like, what patience looks like.
And not just show them, but we have to have it for ourselves too, right?
Exactly. It's like you're not just bringing a new baby into the world, you're creating this whole family dynamic.
Where everyone feels loved and supported and excited for this new little person.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it that way.
It is. And on that note, that's our deep dive for today. Hopefully you've got some good strategies, a new way of looking at things as you get ready for your new arrival. It's an exciting time.
It really is.
Yeah.
And sometimes challenging, of course, but that's part of it.
It's all part of it.